So what happens when the future of luxury has absolutely nothing to do with human touch? Today, we're stepping right into the boardroom to break down a really high-stakes business case, one that's unfolding at the crossroads of AI and hospitality. We're talking about a single decision that could literally make or break an entire brand. Okay, let's get into it.
It all kicks off with an ultimatum. I mean, this is the stark choice handed down from the board of directors. It's powerful, it's non-negotiable, and it really sets the urgent tone for everything that's about to happen. But you gotta wonder, what does modernize even mean anymore when technology is rewriting the rules every single day?
Right at the center of this whole storm is Maya. She's the director of operations for a top-tier boutique hotel group. Just picture it. It's midnight, she's all alone in this big boardroom, and the data just glowing on her screen is telling this relentless story of shrinking margins and, at the same time, soaring guest demands. You can just feel the pressure, right? And this number? This is what's driving so much of that pressure. A full 61% of guests now expect, not want, but expect, a service response in under 5 minutes. That's not a preference anymore, it's the new normal. The entire definition of good service has been flipped on its head. Patience is no longer a virtue, it's a massive competitive disadvantage.
You know, this new reality, it actually has a name: cognitive hospitality. We're talking about a paradigm shift where AI isn't just some tool running in the background. No way. It's becoming a core partner, a co-operator in the actual guest experience. Think of it like giving every single guest a super smart, all-knowing assistant 24/7. That's the new world Maya has to figure out. And look, Maya's dilemma, it's not happening in a vacuum. Her situation is the perfect snapshot of a huge industry-wide revolution. The entire hospitality sector is being totally rewired by data, by automation, and by this incredible predictive intelligence. And the numbers, wow, the numbers tell a story of just exponential growth. The global AI hospitality market is on track to more than quadruple in less than a decade. We're talking from over $16 billion to a projected $70 billion. To put that into perspective, that level of investment is like taking the entire GDP of a small country and pouring it straight into AI for hotels. It's massive. So why is this happening? Here's the why behind that explosive growth. It's being driven by us, by overwhelming consumer demand. A staggering 80% of travelers are already using generative AI to plan their trips. The guests themselves are leading this charge. They're already living in the future. The hotels are just trying to catch up. Okay, so Maya sees this tidal wave coming. What does she do? She starts hunting for a blueprint. A real-world example of what this big shift actually looks like in practice. And she finds a case study that's so compelling, the results are almost impossible to ignore. So she digs in and finds out that a major competitor, Choice Hotels, recently went through this huge AI overhaul. And the performance data she uncovers is, well, it's uncompromising. It paints this crystal-clear picture of what's not just possible, but what's already happening out there.
All right, let's break down what they found. Take a look at agent escalation. Before, their old system needed a human to jump in almost 8% of the time. The new AI, just 2.6%. Then look at response velocity, a 40% speed increase. This isn't just some small improvement, it's a complete operational transformation.
And here it is, the bottom line, the number that changes everything. This system saved the company about $2 million in support costs. $2 million. And get this, in just 8 months. That's the kind of number that doesn't just get a board's attention, it absolutely commands it.
But, and you knew there was a but, right? It's a big one. Maya knows that a $2 million saving, as incredible as that sounds, comes with a really complex set of trade-offs. This is where the real dilemma kicks in, that clash between cold, hard efficiency and the warm, human empathy that has always been the hallmark of luxury hospitality. You can really see her conflict laid out perfectly here. On one hand, you have these undeniable operational wins, 24/7 consistency, huge margin improvements, and of course that $2 million figure. But on the other hand, the very real human and technical risks, the danger of becoming an impersonal brand, a massive 40% skills gap for her current staff, and that ever-present puzzle of guest privacy. And believe me, those technical risks, they are no joke. Recent breaches at those super connected Las Vegas casinos cost over $3 million per incident.
And with the cost of cybercrime itself growing 15% every single year, a smart hotel that collects tons of guest data is basically painting a giant target on its back. So, with all this swirling around in her head, the board breathing down her neck, the insane potential of the tech, and the very real dangers, Maya maps out 3 very different strategic paths forward. Each one represents a fundamentally different vision for the future of her brand.
Okay, path 1 is the fully automated path. You go all in. Agentic AI becomes the primary frontline worker, maximizing that $2 million efficiency. Path 2 is the human-AI hybrid, where AI acts more like a co-pilot for human staff, making them better, not replacing them. And then there's path 3, which is a strategic retreat, the premium human as luxury path. You position human-only service as the ultimate luxury and keep AI strictly in the back of the house.
And this is where we turn it over to you. Because the point of this whole explainer isn't to give you the right answer. It's to lay out the case, to present the facts, and to really empower you to step into Maya's shoes and analyze this decision for yourself. So let's start with the big one, the money. When a competitor has proven a $2 million return on investment in only 8 months, is choosing not to automate a smart act of brand preservation, or is it simply a failure to do your financial duty to the business? Next up, the privacy paradox. To create those incredible personalized experiences that AI promises, you need data, a lot of it. But how can any brand justify collecting that much sensitive guest information when the cyber threats are this severe and growing? At what point does personalization turn into surveillance? And finally, let's talk about that third path. Can a strategy that bets everything on human as luxury actually survive in this new world? Is the undeniable warmth of a human welcome a strong enough defense when 61% of your customers are demanding the one thing humans can't always guarantee, an answer in under 5 minutes? That's the question we'll leave you with.